Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. Caribjet, True Blue St. George's, the number one for travel.
Here are some COVID-19 prevention tips for schools. Wear a clean mask daily. It should be appropriately fitted, ensuring that it covers your nose and mouth while at school. When eating, do not put masks in your bag. Rather, with clean hands, fold the mask in two, with the inside being sealed and placed in a clean tissue. Avoid dragging hands along walls, touching railings, or anything that does not belong to you. Keep your hands in your pockets. Keep your distance. Do not hug, hold hands, or touch classmates and school staff, or anyone who does not live in the same household as you. Do not touch the tea area on your face, mouth, eyes, and nose if your hands have not been sanitized or washed just before. Always cover your cough and sneeze with a bent elbow or tissue, throwing used tissues into a closed bin immediately. Then, wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Use clean hands to handle your mask. If the virus is still alive from the things you touch and then you touch your nose and mouth, it can latch onto your cells and enter, which will result in infection. Do not put on any of your friends' or classmates' masks. Do not share personal items with anyone unless they can be properly sanitized or disinfected after. COVID-19 is a disease that does not see age, gender, or school. Not because someone is your classmate, friend, or family means they do not have COVID-19. Some people do not display symptoms. Let us work together, combat this virus, and protect ourselves and our families. A message from the Ministry of Health and Social Security, Grenada, West Indies.
A plan, take my hand, our stories will find us. My shanty caravan, and there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you. My shanty caravan, and there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you.
Shandy Carib, refreshed for life.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
This is the MTV Evening News for Wednesday, the 3rd of November. And coming up this evening, search continues for a 78-year-old resident of the Hilarion home. Yet another financial institution and employees union before the Labour Commissioner for Reconciliation. $100,000 to be pumped into the transportation sector. And in sport, Spice Boys defeated Cayman Islands in a practice football match. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you right after the break, and right along with the public forecast information. Stay with us.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left, you come first. Save energy, save the time, reduce your wattage and reduce your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left, you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left, you come first.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. The search for Michael Brown, a 78-year-old resident of the Hilarion home, Moncraven, St. Patrick, continues. He was last seen wearing boxer briefs and a maroon t-shirt. He's about 5 feet 8 inches in height, of medium build and brown in complexion. The MTV News spoke with Bishop Clyde Harvey, who is in charge of the Hilarion home, to get an update on the matter.
It has been 3 weeks since 78-year-old Michael Brown, a resident of the Hilarion home in Moncraven, St. Patrick, has been missing. The Diocese of St. George's in Grenada is responsible for 3 senior homes, including the Hilarion home, and according to Bishop Clyde Harvey, the search for Brown continues.
Well, he continues to be missing, much to our pain and regret. People have gone out regularly looking, particularly some of the workers of the home have done that. But nobody seems to have any idea as to where he went. At first it was said that he's not a man who would go into water. He does have a history of some dementia, but he wasn't the kind of person who would just go towards the water, so we presume that he had gone somewhere towards the town.
The bishop said there was a report of a sighting of the missing man, which proved futile. However, Bishop Harvey says there is still hope.
But there's been just one report of sighting. But of course, when you get there, by the time somebody reports a sighting, it's too late to find the person. We continue to be on the lookout, but it's very difficult to know what to do at this point in time, unless somebody actually does sight him. And then you can kind of get to where he was seen. So right now, we haven't given up because, people can be found after 2-3 weeks. So we will continue to be on the lookout for him. I hope to meet his family soon, myself. The management of the home has already met them. And we continue to live in hope and prayer.
The bishop says it is not the first time they were faced with an unfortunate situation like Brown's disappearance. And though the home is guarded by security, Brown still managed to slip out.
These things happen regularly with homes to the age. People slip out. Senior citizens who are in a certain mental state. It's something that you have to be on the lookout for. In the context of what happened, what we seem to think has happened, somehow he found his way out during the night. So that's where there is some concern to beefing up security and that sort of thing. Hilarion was going through a rough time, so I don't want to point fingers at this stage, but somewhere along the line, he managed to elude the people who were supposed to be looking up.
Due to COVID-19 cases at the home, it is not business as usual. Over 8 COVID-19 related deaths were confirmed. The bishop believes due to COVID-19 cases at the home, it could be one of the reasons Brown went missing. Anyone seeing Michael Brown or has information about his whereabouts are asked to contact Satel's police station on 442-9224, police emergency at 911, police hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Yet another dispute between the Technical and Allied Workers Union TAWU and a financial institution as operations of First Caribbean CIBC Bank are to be taken over by the Grenada Cooperative Bank. A release from the union stated that the bank seems intent on creating conditions for a serious industrial struggle before it departs from Grenada. following the announcement of the CIBC FCIB sale to Grenada Cooperative Bank. The union wrote seeking to address matters of urgent concern to the workers. These matters include the right of the workers to elect to be transferred to Cooperative Bank or elect to be terminated and to receive payment or severance payments. Retroactive overtime payments owed to the workers for being illegally scheduled to work beyond the normal workday, salary increases and other matters related to the collective labor agreement for the period 2019 to 2021. According to the union release, CIBC FCIB has refused to attend a rescheduled conciliation meeting set by the Labour Commissioner for Tuesday, the 2nd of November. The release further stated that GTAU shall not allow the Canadian banks, which have taken away our resources from the country, to run away without adequately compensating Grenadian workers. Efforts were made by our news team to reach an official of the bank, all of which proved futile. The union met with the workers of the bank, who have all given their commitment to engage in any necessary action to protect and secure their rights and benefits. More than $100,000 that's to be pumped into the transportation sector. According to Transportation Minister Nolan Cox, this funding comes under the CDB Transportation Developmental Project, of which Grenada is a part. The improvement of the transportation sector, Cox says, has become necessary due to the many challenges of those within that field face.
The transportation sector, according to Minister with responsibility for transportation, Nolan Cox, continues to evolve with an increase in the number of vehicles on the road, creating a challenge. Due to this evolvement, steps have been made to deal with this challenge with the establishment of a Transport Commission to manage this new norm going forward. However, no team has been established to manage the commission as yet. In moving forward with the development of the transportation sector, Minister Cox says they have made several moves, including collaborating with the Caribbean Development Bank.
What this project seeks to do is seek to look at all the regulatory structures, the issue of policies, national policies, other critical factors relating to the transport sector and ways to see how we can improve them. It will also look at the management of the public transport sector, and to offer ways in terms of how it can be improved. And this study will also look at data, important data, how that can improve operations. It will also look at the transition in the use of electric low-emission carbon buses as a way, in a well-structured and inclusive way, to bring in that as part of the transport component in Grenada.
In the coming months, Grenada will see the beginning of the project, which will be overseen by MCRIT, a company based in Barcelona.
To benefit significantly from that, this project timeline is from September of 2021 to September of 2022. It's for 1 year. The cost for this project is $875,000, for which it will be shared between both Grenada and St. Lucia for implementation. And so they are the ones who have been awarded the contract to implement this important project. In the coming months, we should see their presence here in Grenada. It is very important to note that all our stakeholders are going to play a critical role in the implementation of this project.
Cox says there will be an investment in another project, which will complement this one.
It's a project that looks at the social component, how communities are affected by transport, like the women, elderly, children, persons with disabilities. And so they're going to look into see how we can improve that aspect on the social side. And this is a very important project. This project will go on for 6 months at a cost of $50,000 US.
Stakeholders, he says, will participate in the consultative process, including bus operators and business owners. MTV News, Rachel Bain.
One of the largest credit unions in Grenada is excited to announce a major office move to a larger facility in the south of the island. The GUT Cooperative Credit Union has moved from its location at the Le Marquis complex to its new accommodation at Excel Plaza in Grand Anse. But let's get more on this from Nikita Hostin.
The new branch location will provide a more convenient and comfortable atmosphere with enhanced member experience, and according to Ms. Joycelyn Augustus Latouche, President GUT Cooperative Credit Union, they are excited to relocate to the new and larger office. She says this move represents another significant milestone for the credit union.
The GUT Credit Union has listened to the concerns of members for more space, privacy, and better accommodation. So this move is not by chance. Since GUT Credit Union is where you belong, we have strategically chosen the ideal spot that will provide ease of doing business. This new location at the Excel Plaza has all the characteristics that is capable of satisfying all our members.
Mr. Randy Boyk Cadet is the president of the Grenada Cooperative League Limited. He says GUT Credit Union continues to be a significant player in the Grenada financial marketplace.
My friends, this may be a small launch, but this is a big moment. And this strategic move was highly anticipated years ago, but on this day, November 2nd, 2021, has finally happened. I have no doubt that today the spirit of the credit union movement has been elevated, and the Grenada Cooperative League, your league, is excited to be a part of this activity. The league stands in full support of this initiative since it will bring benefits to the people.
Ms. Ritisha Smith Boyd is the general manager of GUT Cooperative Credit Union.
We have grown over the years. We have had increased demand from our membership. We want to offer better service with a more convenient location. So this new location offers more parking. It is convenient, accessible, better accommodation and facilities so that our staff and membership would be more comfortable.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
That's the first segment of news for Wednesday. We'll be right back with more after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every Quick 7's scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much 7s and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repair center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today. and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
On Sunday, November 14th from 6 p.m. as Megaforce presents the 32nd Waggity Virtual Bingo.
And this time we're playing for
US $10,000. Tickets are only $10. Get them now from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. Or if you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, November 14th, you can win big! Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. Have you heard? It's the new way to play bingo.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. The newly elected leader of the National Democratic Congress, or NDC, says the issue of vaccinations is a complex one that must be addressed sensitively and clearly. Deacon Mitchell, speaking at the first press briefing by the new executive, says that while he is vaccinated and is encouraging people to get vaccinated, that he still respects a person's right to choose a medication in accordance with their conscience.
I respect a person's right to choose whether he or she wishes to be vaccinated. I respect a person's right to choose whether he or she wishes to take medicine. And I do not believe that someone should take medication against their conscience. So that's a personal view. But rather talk, consult, educate, and dialogue with them so that they understand the complex realities of the world that we're living in. So I will say this to you. The question of what are the policies that the government should enact on vaccination should be driven by having consulted extensively with your population so that you are clear that you're acting in the best interest of the population and the preservation of the state.
Mitchell says governing a society must not be done in isolation and decision-making. That's especially with the current pandemic. It must be made in a way, he says, that has the interests of people at heart.
Governing a society, however, cannot just be done on your personal view. If you're governing a society, you're governing in the majority interests of the society. And you have to govern the state so that the state itself is preserved, so that the state itself functions and so that the state can operate. We have to appreciate that the question of a pandemic is a complex one. It is driven by external factors. It is driven by internal factors. So, for example, the question of whether a Grenadian who's unvaccinated could travel is something you have to factor. The question of whether persons will come to Grenada and go to a restaurant or hotels or any public places if people are not vaccinated, is something we need to address. Because the reality is, Grenada is a small island, a village, without the kind of resources that far more advanced and complex societies make. And so sometimes the decisions which impact us are made externally and we have no choice. And we should therefore not engage in deceiving our people.
Mitchell says the approach that was taken on the whole vaccination drive was incorrect, and with proper policies, it could have a different outcome.
The challenge we have is that we face a situation where an ad hoc, do-as-you-please approach was permitted to occur. And what that did is, to some extent, pit some aspects of the strong against the weak. It pit self-employed persons in a position where the government has said to them, in order to operate, you need to be vaccinated. So the challenge we face collectively as a society is how do we embark upon policies, because we need to understand and be honest with our people. It is not just COVID-19. There will be other pandemics. There will be other contagious disease that we need to contend with in the future. We need to look at the history of vaccines and their impact on eradicating some of the most deadly viruses and illnesses that historically is known to man. So I will say this, it is a complex issue. I am deeply empathetic to persons who potentially may be on the breadline and who have been on the breadline as a result of vaccination mandates. And it's something that the solution to, as in the consequences of those, are stuff we need to dialogue about and come up with solutions to.
Mitchell says the low rate of vaccination is of concern to him, and he's imploring the government to come up with ways of educating the population on the matter. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 vaccination, reopening and further lifting of restrictions seemingly is a topic of discussion among government and health officials. Grenada to date has recorded more than 38,000 people as fully vaccinated. However, the questions on the minds of many now are the significance of booster shots and who will qualify for these shots.
According to the World Health Organization, there is evidence that there is a small proportion of people who have serious immunocompromised conditions that don't seem to respond to the first 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccine in the way that people who don't have a weakened immune system do. What do they need? Experts say a 3rd dose of the vaccine is required, mainly because they haven't adequately responded to the first 2 doses. This additional dose is intended to improve immunocompromised people's response to their initial vaccine series. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles explains.
On a case-by-case basis, we have offered booster shots to some individuals because there are individuals who bear increased risk. And they have been identified to us, and we have offered booster shots to them. Right now, it is just a question of inventory, number of doses that we have available to the population, and number of doses that we can make available for boosters.
He says thus far, not everyone who took the vaccine needs a booster.
It's not that we are announcing that everyone should come in and get a booster right now. There are persons who bear a certain amount of risk, maybe because of their underlying health problem or because they are exposed to additional risk by occupation or otherwise.
Meanwhile, Health Minister Nicholas T. says the government, while is trying its best to deal with the many issues brought on by COVID-19, is still challenged. He says they are left with tough choices to make.
They are now coming forward to us to say, well, I'd like to have a booster because I'm hearing everybody, all the CDC, WHO, etc., talking about boosters. We are still dealing with the limited stock and logistical challenges we have with vaccines. And the moral, ethical question and challenge and debate for discussion is, should we give the vaccines that we have to those who have been compliant and are looking for their booster shot? And should we also make sure that we have vaccines for those who are coming forward finally now for their first dose?
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
November is also officially Caribbean Tourism Month. The month reflects on the invaluable impact of tourism on the economic, social, and cultural well-being in the Caribbean, to attract positive media coverage for and of the Caribbean and the local tourism product, and also to celebrate the diversity of what the Caribbean offers. We hear more from Nikita Holston.
The Ministry of Tourism, together with the Grenada Tourism Authority, celebrates Tourism Awareness Month annually in Grenada under the theme Caribbean Comeback. Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Clarice Modest-Cohen, elaborates on the focus of the month.
Here in Grenada, our focus for the month is on fostering awareness and education of tourism's importance, its linkages, and the benefits it can deliver culturally, socially, environmentally, and economically to our tri-island state.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the tourism industry in Grenada has been on a downhill and was drastically impacted, according to the tourism minister.
The past 2 years have been extremely difficult for the tourism industry worldwide, and our tri-island state is no exception. As you are aware, the industry was severely impacted from the onset of the largest crisis in the history of tourism, with closures, lockdowns, and travel bans, all causing the industry to come to a standstill. Even now, we are faced with an additional challenge of vaccine hesitancy globally. The vaccines provide an opportunity to promote the agenda of inclusive growth and advance our and the Caribbean Tourism Organization's CTO agenda to ensure a return of Caribbean tourism.
Tourism Minister Cohen, in an address on the occasion, outlined activities that will be undertaken that will put in perspective strategies and designs for the industry in the new normal.
Several activities are planned for execution under the CTO's Caribbean Comeback campaign. Our stakeholders continue to feel the social, cultural, and economic impacts of this pandemic, and we empathize with every one of you. Many of you are still unable to operate at pre-COVID levels.
Additional flights are arriving, and they are anticipating the return of cruise lines on our shores. Nikita Holston, MTV News.
You're watching MTV News, and we'll have the weekly health feature coming up right after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
with a plan. Take my hand, our stories will find us. My Shandy Caravan, and there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you. My Shandy Caravan, and there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you.
Shandy Carib, refreshed for life.
On Sunday, November 14th from 6 p.m. as Megaforce presents the 32nd Waggity Virtual Bingo.
And this time we're playing for
US $10,000. Tickets are only $10. Get them now from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. Or if you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, November 14th, you can win big! Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. Have you heard? It's the new way to play bingo.
Health-wise, and MTV News comes to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
Welcome back. With Breast Cancer Awareness Month just ended, for today's Healthwise, we share the testimony of 8-year breast cancer survivor Margaret Aline, who relates the experience of her battle and ensuing victory over the disease, which continues to be the leading cause of death among women.
I was diagnosed, actually I fell in love in October 2011. As a human being, I was in denial. And it was until December I visited the doctor. Again, I visited him in January 2011 and I was given the option to have a biopsy done. In a few weeks' time, the result came out positive that I had early signs of breast cancer. After doing my biopsy, I started to think. And before I actually went to the doctor, after I saw the lump, I began to make research. And in my research, I realized that what was said and some of the images, it looked directly how the breast looked, the same image of the orange, and that's when I realized that all is not well. I received the result on February 4th, 2011. So I wanted to make further medical investigation, so I traveled out to the United States. I traveled in 3 weeks' time, the 23rd of February of the same year. I did more tests in the States and it really confirmed that I had breast cancer. I had surgery on the 12th of May of that same year, and they discovered that it went into my lymph nodes. They removed 29 and 25 had it, which was very unusual. Anyway, I was given chemotherapy. I had 26 rounds, which was very harsh on me, but I pulled through. I had 23 rounds of radiation, and I tell you it was not easy. But by faith, I really made it. At present, I'm getting a lot of side effect of the medication I'm taking. I'm on a medication named Arimidex and the generic name is Anastrozole. I have to be taking it for 10 years. I've actually taken it for 10 years. I have quite a lot of side effects, osteoporosis, arthritis, pains all in my joints, but I'm surviving. I've changed my diet a bit, but not such in a big way. I dwell a lot with fruits and vegetables, and I only eat fish. All in all, I try to do my best. I try to have a good physical appearance because this help with your appearance tells a lot on your whole mind. And you follow the rules. You live with hope, you live with faith. You live as though maybe today is your last day, so you live.
And this is MTV Evening News Wednesday. Still ahead, we'll have the regional news roundup coming up right after the break.
Health-wise at MTV News came to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Arizo. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Arizo Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
And at this time on MTV News, we have Clifton James with the latest news from the region.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. The Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, will begin hearing evidence in a matter in which Belize is alleging that Trinidad and Tobago failed to comply with its obligations under the Treaty of Chaguaramas RTC that governs the regional integration movement CARICOM. Under the RTC, CARICOM states are required to impose a 40% common external tariff CET on brown sugar imported from sources outside the Caribbean region. Belize contends that it has evidence to demonstrate that between November 2018 to June 2020, brown sugar, which was produced outside the Caribbean region, entered the Trinidad and Tobago market without the 40% CET being imposed. Trinidad and Tobago denies that it has permitted the importation of extra-regional brown sugar from any extra-regional territory without the imposition of the 40% CET. Over in Jamaica, 3 women that were abducted from the University of the West Indies in St. Andrew have been released and are safe. The women, as expected, are shaken. More in this TVJ report.
The women's ordeal started here on the compound of the University of the West Indies when they entered a vehicle posing as a taxi. 2 of the women were picked up on the hospital's compound and the other along the ring road at the school. Our information is that the women were not hurt, but they were robbed of their belongings, cellular phones, cash and bank cards. We also understand that the men took one of the women to an ATM where she was instructed to disclose the PIN to her card, following which her accounts were emptied. We also learned that 2 of the women who started showing signs of illness were dropped off at the Kingston Public Hospital about 7 this morning. The other woman, a nurse, was later released somewhere in the corporate area. She turned up at the Duhaney Park police station and was then transferred to another station to be interviewed.
I can confirm that we had in our custody one of the females who is safe and at this time is being processed by the officers. I would not be able to comment further on the investigation given the nature of it, but I'm happy to report that the persons are safe and we look forward to the persons who would have committed this act being held accountable for their actions.
The abduction of the nurse who worked at the university hospital had spurred her colleagues into action. Her manager turned up at the Duhaney Park police station after getting the good news that she was found.
Well, it is such a big relief right now. I am at the Duhaney Park police station and we have good news that nurse was found. She was here at the police station at Duhaney Park, was treated very well by Deputy Superintendent Coleridge and his team. And we just want to say a big thank you to the police for all the work they did last night into today. And the nurses who went to Spanish Town, KPH to search for her, hand out flyers, ask questions. We just are very grateful today.
One of the women who was dropped off at the Kingston Public Hospital have since told relatives that she is shaken but not harmed. The police are said to be carrying out an extensive investigation to find the persons involved in abducting the women. Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
Clifton James for MTV Regional Roundup.
This is MTV News Wednesday. With still more after the break. Stay with us.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every Quick 7's scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much 7s and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Renelec, energizing our Grenada.
We promised you, and now it's time to deliver. St. Louis UPVC is finally open for business. Look for the blue building marked St. Louis UPVC number 21 Frequenter Industrial Park. At St. Louis UPVC, we manufacture durable push-up windows, sliding windows, projected windows, and casement windows. You can also purchase sliding doors. Our products are manufactured with up to half-inch impact glass, with 21 different types of glass to choose from. Windows can be customized to your specifications. Free delivery island-wide. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Feel free to call us at 439-6538 for more information.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Coming up in sport, Spice Boys defeated Cayman Islands in a practice football match. We'll certainly have the details for you. Good evening, sporting fans. Here now is Rachel Bain with the latest sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Spice Boys under 20 completed their second practice match against the Cayman Islands. The Spice Boys defeated the Cayman Islands 3-0. Best defender and player of the match went to Leon Ogis. Best midfielder went to Simeon Mitchell. Best forward and goal scorer went to Shonil Belfon. And the goal scorer is Benjamin Etienne. All awards went to Spice Boys players. And still with football, the Grenada Football Association is planning to engage its members in a virtual consultation for the budget preparation on November 11th. This exercise is critical to the developmental program of the GFA in the coming year. Speaking on MTV morning show Rise and Shine on Tuesday, the Public Relations Officer of the Grenada Football Association, Nisha Peters.
At this point in time, we're in the planning and preparing, reviewing stage of it. We have coming up, we have to meet with our clubs, that's our council members, to let them know what is needed. Our finance officer right about now, he's, I must say, one of the busiest person at this point in time trying to put together this budget presentation. That budget will be presented to the General Council on the 28th of this month. Just make sure I have that date correct. Yes, and the 27th of this month. Sorry, that's the last Saturday in this month.
Peters said a lot has happened in 2021.
Yes, competition-wise, we were not able to accomplish all what we were supposed to accomplish. However, administrative-wise, we've been doing what is necessary to be done. Right about now, at our administrative building, we have a medical room for our players, which is a big step for us, and we're very grateful for that. We have our third floor facilities for players, just in case, we have a team in, they can live here. That is something we are very proud of as well. Transportation-wise, transportation costs has been a burden on us for the longest while. And now we have our buses to transport our players to and fro from training, from games and everything. And we're very pleased about that.
During the GIS Spice Morning Show, Acting Coordinator of Sports, Colin Peters, gave an update on the maintenance program of playing fields and courts the Ministry of Sports has completed or is about to start.
In the ministry, we continue with our field maintenance program, and we are doing, if you look around, past around the island yesterday, I went around to get a first-hand update on what is happening. We have some programs, some projects on right now at the Grenville, St. Andrews area, to be precise, at the Victoria Park. The Grenada pavement is presently doing the final preparation for the resurfacing of the netball court. Yesterday we could see them doing that cleaning and that last preparation. We hope before the end of the week, as I spoke to the owner, and he's saying by early next week, before the end of the week, they're expecting the hot mix. So they are putting the hot mix on the court, and we are expanding the court by 6 feet around. We know the Patty Noel and all the netballers in Grenville are very excited to continue with the program. They had a competition prior to the work. We are also doing some work at the Sanders Street. We're doing the tennis court. If you look between Hotspot there, that piece of plot there, if you look past the area, we will see men walking there yesterday. They're also doing the final preparation to spread the concrete on the area. We are erecting a tennis court that can be used for tennis in the area, and also maybe for volleyball. So we are doing some work there. Also look at Willis. I must say that the grass grew, but it grew with a lot of unwanted grass in the sense. So we expect to have a team of men to start work there to getting rid of some of the peak on the field. And by next 2 weeks, we'll see how we could get that under control. The Palms playing field is completed with the resurfacing, with the drainage and everything. So we are waiting on grass to grow. The contractor is doing work by getting rid of some of the unwanted grass that is coming up. If you pass through the limes, you'll see that the Ministry of Work is doing some work on the back wall to the road of the field. That wall on the main road there that have the water washing out all the field. The back wall is being presently erected. And the second, third, or fourth phase of the work will be to put some bleachers on the corner and adjacent to the basketball court.
And finally, in sports, cricket. The West Indies women will be guarded by a massive security detail for their upcoming tour of Pakistan, with a total security team engaged for the tour expected to be above 800. The Windies women arrived in Karachi on Monday ahead of a 3-match ODI series against the host. The tour is part of a reciprocal arrangement after the regional team hosted Pakistan in the Caribbean earlier this year. International cricket returned to Pakistan in 2019 after a nearly 10-year absence following a deadly terrorist attack on the Sri Lankan cricket team in Lahore in 2009. Things have, however, not returned to normal, with both New Zealand and England pulling out of tours earlier this year, with security concerns being pointed as to an underlying issue. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Rachel Bain.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, we'll have still ahead the public forecast information and then a recap of the top stories.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Each of us has a role in Grenada's successful recovery. Our future is promising. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
It is the middle of the week, and with the Wednesday night's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Good evening to you, viewers. Sunny conditions throughout most of the Eastern Caribbean today. The Northern Islands did see continuing cloudiness and occasional showers in that area, but we saw lots of sunshine. The edge of that haze is still creeping very slowly towards us, so we could be seeing a slight deterioration in visibility. It's not a very strong haze at the moment, but we still will see some deterioration. A strong tropical wave is in the south central Atlantic. It's worth keeping an eye on. Right now, upper level winds are not very favorable for it to move into our area with that intensity. Some of the central and northern islands would continue seeing partly cloudy conditions with showers tonight, but in our area, as the haze creeps closer, it is dissipating as it approaches us. We should be seeing mostly clear skies. The forecast for Wednesday night is for mostly fair conditions. There is the possibility of a few early showers. We do have some low-level moisture approaching islands. The winds would be easily between 8 and 18 miles per hour. 24 is the expected moonrise is going to be in the morning at 5:37. It will stay up during the day and set at 5:40 in the evening. Mostly sunny conditions on Thursday with easterly winds blowing between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Moderate seas, 4 to 6 foot waves. Sunrise is at 6. Sunset 5:40. It's going to be another hot day. A high of 34 is expected, which will feel more like 38. Fair and hazy conditions in Port of Spain, also in Bridgetown. Partly cloudy skies in Kingston, Miami, and London. Mostly sunny in New York. Here at home, the fair conditions would continue through the weekend and into the next work week. No signs of any major rain on the horizon. We are keeping our eyes on that strong wave in the south central Atlantic at the moment. So look for clear skies. Possibility of 1 or 2 very brief sprinkles in the nighttime. Temperatures remain in the early 30s. That's it for Wednesday, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again right here on Thursday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada. The MTV News Hurricane Tip is brought to you in association with Beacon Insurance.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Now in today's Hurricane Tips, we feature questions. Identify what property or properties that you have and would not like to lose. Identify if they can be damaged by the impact of floodwater, high winds, heavy rains, or airborne missiles. Then ask, how can I reduce the risk of flooding of my property or properties? What can I do to secure my property or properties so that it is not damaged by high winds? What can I do to secure my property or properties so that it is not damaged by heavy rains? What can I do to prevent items on my property from becoming airborne missiles? And do I have the resources to do the things to protect my property or properties? What can I do to get help to protect my property or properties? And if I cannot get help, what can I do to cope with the impact of a hurricane? These were your Hurricane Tip questions for today.
The MTV News Hurricane Tip was brought to you in association with Beacon Insurance.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
And now to end this evening's news, we have a recap of the top stories. The search is continuing for a 78-year-old resident of the Hilarion home. Yet another financial institution and employees union before the Labour Commissioner for Reconciliation. $100,000 to be pumped into the transportation sector. In sport, Spice Boys have defeated the Cayman Islands in a practice football match. We've had details to those and other stories and the public forecast information right here for Wednesday, the 3rd of November on MTV. On behalf of the news and production teams, I'm Tony Julian. We all thank you so much for having watched the evening news and wish you a good night.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every quick sevens scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much sevens and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, if your ticket's ready, it's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 3, second number. Second number is 8, third and final number. Final number is 6. Let's recap those numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 3, the second, 8, third and final is 6. So that's 3, 8, and 6. Congratulations to all winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Daily Cash for Evening Draw for today, Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and no way tampered with. This time you should tickets ready. It's daily cash for more plays, bigger prizes. That's why this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 8, second number is 6, third number up. Third number is also 6, fourth and final number is 5. Okay, let's recap those numbers. It's on the screen. First number is 8, the second 6, third 6, fourth and final is 5. So that's 8, 6, 6 and 5. Congratulations all winners. Stay tuned, get your play rate up next. We'll see you soon.
Win more! Inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Welcome back everyone to another Playway Evening Draw for today Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner, with the game balls with industry standards and in a way tampered with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams and win your way. Good luck. This evening's winning Playway number is, check your tickets. This evening's winning Playway number is 18. Let's recap the number 1818. 18 represents the dream symbol of making. Congratulations all the winners of this evening's Playway draw. Tune in later on for the Lotto draw. This evening playing for a jackpot of $88,000. We'll see you then.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every quick sevens scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much sevens and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3282 for today Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Giselle Alexander from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time you should have tickets at hand because we're about to play for a jackpot of $88,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is M as in money. Let's proceed for 5 winning numbers. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 34, second number is 18, followed by 2, fourth number, 26, third final number is 24. Okay, let's recap those numbers, check your tickets. First number is 34, the second 18, third 2, followed by 26, fifth and final is 24. So that's 34, 34, 18, 18, 022, 26, 26, and 24, 24. Your free ticket letter for this evening is M as in money. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Lotto draw. Lotto, play and win a lot. When you play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, supports sports, culture, and the nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
Maximize your advertising dollar. Admire your growth. Only with MTV, Magic FM, and the Grenada Informer. Contact our marketing department on 440-8171 or 444-1413.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Paula Pearl Andrew Duncan, a former nurse of Vendome St. George, passed away on Saturday, 16th October at the age of 56. She was the wife of Faithman Duncan, mother of Kaiman, Shania, and Tinkup in Grenada, and Shakira in Canada, grandmother of Jomani Alexander, stepmother of Dylan, Donrick, Darcy, and Darcel, mother-in-law of Orlando and Gary, sister of Jesse and Susan in Grenada, Godfrey in the USA, Gayleen and Michael in Trinidad, sister-in-law of many including Colville, Anita, Corinne, Frederick, Jarvis, Melvin, Godfrey, Paula, Hildred, Sheila, Marilyn, and Clifton, aunt of many including Cassandra, Jamari, Jemiah, Colville Jr., Colleen, Kwame, Margot, Tevon, JD, Heidi in the USA, Kirina Luxembourg, Kamal in St. Vincent, Amoy, Asha, Shanta, Shannon, Akila, Sherian, Sharisa, and Ebony in Grenada, niece of Donald, Victor, Dawn, Christine, Yvonne, Edris, and Louisa, cousin of many in Montreal and Grenada including June, Angel, Lucianne, Roslyn, Rose, Cynthia, Salian, and Joshua, best friend of Laurel Frank, close friend and relatives including the Alexander family, Ferguson family, Diana and Lincoln Cummins in the USA, Jude Francis and family, Patricia Buddle, Anna Hardin, Grace Murray, Dame, cousin Sherian, Miss Cynthia, Clifton Seals, Miranda, Dr. Migwin, Dr. Benjamin, Nurse Bailey, Pearl Joseph and family, Terry Niles and family, Ashton Freeman family, Fitzroy Alexander, Terry, Zingy, Shaky, Gray, Jimmy, Juliet in Canada, Garfield Francis and family, Susan Walker, friends and neighbors of Paraclete, Bellevue, Toronto, Montreal, and all over Grenada. The funeral service of the late Paula Pearl Andrew Duncan will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Milton Ned Tannis, also known as Blacks, of Lafayette St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday, 28 September, at the age of 65. He was the husband of Valerie Loha, son of Rose Tannis, father of Indra, Cami, Kamasha, Kimba, Kalisha, Carnell, Madonna, Kenisha, Chrissy, Sandrine, and Rachel, grandfather of Shondi, Rashid, Honoré, Adriela, Jada, Zidane, Xavier, Kima, Camelia, Wendy, Shauna, CJ, Sheila and Yulani. Great-grandfather of Khalil. Brother of Raymond Tannis in Canada. Nephew of Margaret, Lynthia, Erla, Big and Little. Uncle of Chad, Roy, Craig, Roland, Wayne Stanislaus, and Steve in Canada. Brother-in-law of Super, Boo, Larry, Errol, Bridget, Louise and Jermaine. Father-in-law of Robert Charles, Keyshawn Jones, also known as Carter, Corporal 397, Wilbert Sam, Jerry Bain, and Star Gibbs. Many other relatives and friends including Noreen Bain and family, Catherine Langine, Christine Walker, Shirley Buckmeyer, Pilot, Paboot, IROC, Support, Shirley Loha, Rosalind Maturin, Baba, Anna Alexander, Listra Thomas, Dr. Buckmeyer, staff of the Kidney Foundation, Lafayette Organization, the Tannis, Ned, Thomas, Stanislaus, and Loha families. Friends and neighbors of Lafayette, Paraclete, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Milton Ned Tannis of Lafayette St. Andrew will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. And Dora Purcell, also known as Sister Anne and Mom of Snell Hall and Montreat St. Patrick, who resided in Tempe and Independence Avenue, St. George, a retired cook and caretaker of the St. George's Seventh-day Adventist Primary School, passed away on Sunday, 10th October, at the age of 72. She was a mother of Ricky and Richie Monroe, Johnny and Carlin Purcell, sister of Henry, Kenneth, Dunstan, Dominic, Jimmy, Raymond, Dean, and Sonia Bernard, Alice Bernard Alexander, and Nurselyn Luther, grandmother of Terry and Prince, Christopher Benjamin, Carita Wall, Skylar Monroe, and Micah Purcell, niece of Patricia Roseman, mother-in-law of Wendy Monroe, Cheryl Richards, and Kyron Monroe, sister-in-law of June Bernard, Laurel Frank, Rosetta Bernard, Peter Alexander, and Joycelyn Bernard, aunt of many too numerous to mention. Other relatives and friends including Septimus Charles, Neltrish James and family, Glenna and Najuma Francis Patrick, Susanna Corbin, Jennifer Filbert, Shirley Jonesy, Mavis Granger, Gertrude Bartholomew, Joy Strawn, Yvette Elcock, Nelsia Joseph and family, the Sandy family of Happy Hill, the Price family, the Dragon family of Lamode, the Monroe, Bernard, and Philip families of St. Patrick, the Purcell family of St. Mark, the Baisden family of Tempe, the Wardley family, the Dalton family of Bellevue, the Aline family, and other neighbors of Independence Avenue, the past students and staff of the St. George's Seventh-day Adventist Primary School, other relatives and friends of Snell Hall, Montreat, Tempe, Independence Avenue, Archibald Avenue, and surrounding areas. The funeral service of the late Andorra Purcell, also known as Mom, will be held privately, followed by private interment. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Joseph Jr. Jeffrey James, also known as Buxi, Rasta, and Rabu, of Thebaid, who resided at Bellevue St. David, died on Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, at the age of 50. Left to mourn his mother Anastasia Jeffrey, children Judon, Masida, and Jadel Etienne, sisters Joy Mancini and Joanna Mann in Grenada, Lydia LaPompe, and Jacinta James in the USA, brothers Francis Brano James, Keith Willie James, and John Jeffrey, employed with SGU, close friend Deborah Etienne, nieces Nolene in Canada, Marcella, Brittany, Violet, Jennifer, Agneta, and Veronica in the USA, Cozelle, Janelle, Melissa, Nikki, Jolene, Marsha, Jody, Shade, Latoya, Bernice, Jelena, and Janisha in Grenada, and Surisa in Carriacou. Nephews Jason in Canada, Marcus, Kurt, Vance, and Tevin in the USA, Devon in the UK, Corporal 184 Jerome James, Jovas employed at Her Majesty's Prison, Remy, Jeremy, Jade, Joachim, EJ, Septimus, Matthew, Omar, and Todd. Brothers-in-law Richard Mancini and DeVos Mann. Sister-in-law Jean James. Aunt Jean Jeffrey in Canada. Caretaker Rosaria Gordon. Other relatives and friends including Mrs. Cynthia Andrews, Dr. Erlyn Thomas, Dr. Devon Francis, Aaliyah and Claude James, Roger Cuffey, Meg and BJ, Sean, the Jeffrey, James, Niles, Lewis, Bonaparte, Licorice, Fleming and Mitchell families, Mr. and Mrs. Victor Ashby, Alison Gabriel, Wasways, friends of Latente, Crowshoe, Bellevue, Thebaid in the USA, Canada and in the United Kingdom, the Peters family in Trinidad, and the boys in Central. The funeral service for the late Joseph Jr. Jeffrey James, also known as Booksy, Rasta and Rabu, of Thebaid, who resided at Bellevue St. David, will be held privately, followed by private interment. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Angela Augusta Greenidge, née Noel, also known as Angie of St. Paul's, who resided at True Blue St. George, a former teacher of St. Louis R.C. Girls' School, passed away on Saturday, October 16, 2021, at the age of 62. She is survived by her husband Cecil Greenidge, better known as Smallou, adopted daughter Debbie Thomas, sisters Herman and Charles, Marilyn David Prince, Sonia and Salian Augustine, brothers Desmond, Douglas and Cecil Noel, Errol and Evelyn Prince and Randy Augustine, stepfather Randolph Augustine, uncles Winston and Keith Noel, aunt Yvette Fleming, sisters-in-law Joan Greenidge in the USA, Louise Noel, Patricia Booker in Canada, Yvonne Greenidge, Anne Edwards Noel, and Rita Augustine, brothers-in-law Ricky Charles, Juan Goodrich and Bernard Greenidge in the USA, aunt-in-law Paula Noel, uncle-in-law Joseph Fleming, nieces and nephews including Juan Goodrich in the USA, Janicia and Adrian Augustine, Lyndon, Rohan, Theron and Dylan Charles, Imarim David, Nicholas Moore, Kalisha Prince, Kira, Leon, Leonard, Sagan, and Joshua Noel. Cousins including Richard, better known as Juggy, Teresa, Anne Maria, Brenda and Leslie Scott, Arthur, Christine, Dunbar, Suzanne, Jeffrey, Selwyn, Sheldon, Sean, Sherry, Charles McPherson in Trinidad, Peter, Louise, Raphael, Lucianne, Neil, Brian, Sandra, Carlton, Goslin, Brian, and Devon. Other relatives and friends including Philippa, Keisha, Agnes, Claudia, Mura, Lester, known as Greenface, Linda and Jenny Felix, Teresa Redhead, Earlis Parks, Anne and Barbara Pivot and family, the Noel, Abraham, McNeil, D'Souza, St. Louis, Lord, Alexis, Cyrus, Johnson and Matthew families of Labrie, Windsor Forest, St. Paul's, and in North America and England, Maureen, Helen, Laura, Judith Mitchell, Claudette Phillip, former principal, other principals, past and present teachers, and staff and students of the St. Louis R.C. Girls' School, Father Marson, Merle Bayer and the Caliste and Grand Anse Catholic Church communities, the Gast family, other directors, management and staff of the National Security Services, Denise and Victor Ashby and family, other residents of Hillcrest Drive, True Blue, Connection Care Caregivers Program, management and staff, directors and staff of Grenada Cricket Association, the Grenada Union of Teachers, other relatives, in-laws, Raymond Greenidge, Christine Greenidge, Shanta Greenidge, and the rest of the Greenidge family. Friends of the family overseas in the USA and Canada, Dr. Francis Amede, Keith Superville and family, Hugh Augustine, Kenneth O'Neill, Nelsia Maxime, Conrad Francis and family, Alison George Jerry Francis, Fishdale, Anne Alexander, Agatha Mason, Earlis Park, Rosalind Antwine and family. Friends of the family in Grenada, Dr. Dolland Noel and family, Cathy Williams and family, Roy O'Neill and family, Hugh Dolland and family, Vida Bruno and family, Dennis Felix and family, Teresa Gary and family, Dennis Clark and family, Evelyn Whiteman, Leon Greenidge, Miss Binder and family, and the Purcell family. Many godchildren including Christine Phillip, Jermaine Isaac, Gail Marshall, and Jason Greenidge. Neighbors of St. Paul's, other relatives and friends in Trinidad and Barbados. The funeral service and interment of the late Angela Augusta Greenidge née Noel, also known as Angie of St. Paul's, who resided at True Blue St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Vera Samuel, also known as Tavra or Muma, of Annandale St. George, passed away on Thursday, October 14, 2021, at the age of 82. She was the mother of Marina, Vanny, Kellon, Gemma, Betty Ann, and Carol. Grandmother of 26, including Jenny, Kevon, Emerald, Randa, Abby, Katisha, Alicia, Kelowna, Nathan, Mattel, Kristen, Kellyanne, Jady, Curlin, Kishona, and Roland. Great-grandmother of 12. Stepmother of 3, including Patsy and Sharon. Mother-in-law of Julianne, Matthew, Maria, and Ian. Sister of Louisa Campbell, Lovina Cruikshank, and Pearl. Sister-in-law of Edmund Cruikshank, Tiny, and Vanita Samuel. Aunt of many, including Gracelyn, Sweetie, Sterling, Rosemary, and Betty. Many other relatives and friends, including Joy Frank and family, Teresa Williams and family, the Joseph family of Boca, Adelphi and Willis, the Williams family, the Samuel and Alexander families, the Mills family of Willis, the congregation of the Constantine Methodist Church, and friends and neighbors of Annandale and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Vera Samuel, also known as Tavra or Muma, of Annandale St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cecil Thomas, also known as Schoolboy, of Pedmotar St. David, who resided at Lassages and Westerhall St. David, passed away on Sunday, October 31st, 2021, at the age of 75. He was the father of Christopher in Sweden, Shauna in the USA, Neil and Shelley in Grenada. Grandfather of Khadijah, Nigel, Shamori, Nakeda, Neela, Gabriel, and Shania. Brother of Joseph, James, Margaret, and Kathleen in the USA, Tyrrell in Trinidad, Jewel, Mary, Margaret, and Alice in Grenada. Nephew of Ancilla McMeo in the USA. Uncle of many. Many other relatives and friends and caretakers, including Arthur Campbell, Kathleen Smith, Sandra James, Gloria, Roy Duncan, Joseph Gilbert, and Ricky Mark, the McMeo, Thomas, and Rush families of Windsor Forest, Minorca, Pedmotar, and Apsley, Jane Thomas, the management and staff of Home Pride Bakery and Supermarket, and friends and neighbors of Pedmotar, Lassages, and Westerhall St. David. The funeral of the late Cecil Thomas, also known as Schoolboy, of Pedmotar, who resided at Lassages and Westerhall St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Catherine Lowell, also known as Anne Rose of Belmont Carriacou, who resided at the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home, passed away on Wednesday, October 20th, 2021, at the age of 96. She was the mother of Wilmoth Reginald, grandmother of Karen, Mark, Paul, and Doan, great-grandmother of Luther, Sapphire, Jazzy, Nathaniel, Sky, Mason, Max, and Zane, great-great-grandmother of Navak, Thalia, and Nova, sister of Amil, also known as Papa, Faithman and Anthony Badeau, also known as Mosoki, Amelia Plenty, also known as Mama, Sarah, and Myrtle, sister-in-law of Mary John, Godwin Plenty, Hailey Nicholas, and Lloyd Francis, mother-in-law of Teresa Lowell, grandmother-in-law of Godfrey and Angela. Other relatives and friends, including the Lowell, Foray, Bedeau, and John families, the residents and staff of the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home, and friends and neighbors of Belmont, Harveyvale, and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Catherine Lowell, also known as Anne Rose of Belmont Carriacou, who resided at the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Justin Lacroix of Montrouge St. George, retired funeral director of Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes, passed away on Saturday, October 30th, 2021, at the age of 71. He is survived by his wife, children, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, family, friends and staff of Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. The funeral of the late Justin Lacroix of Montrouge St. George will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Olive Gibbs of Montmorency St. George passed away on Tuesday, 2nd November 2021, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Olive Gibbs of Montmorency St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Jonas Williams, better known as Rodney Williams of Mount Craven St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, 2nd November 2021, at the age of 68. The funeral arrangements for the late Jonas Williams, better known as Rodney Williams of Mount Craven St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Wayne's Funeral Home. Alicia Ramdeen Calico Banfield of Mount St. Irvins St. Andrew passed away on Thursday, 28th October 2021, at the age of 75. The funeral arrangements for the late Alicia Ramdeen Calico Banfield of Mount St. Irvins St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes.
Yilma Louisan, also known as Tanti Ilma of Black Bay St. John, passed away on Wednesday, 27th October. The funeral of the late Yilma Louisan of Black Bay St. John will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Theodora Bridget Glood Tobin, also known as Dora and Gordon of Apretute St. David, passed away on Friday, 8 October in Canada at the age of 77. The funeral of the late Theodora Bridget Glood Tobin of Apretute St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Teresa Cox of Springs St. George died on Sunday, October 10th, 2021, at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Cox of Springs St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. William Loftus Nayak, also known as Lala, of Riverside St. Patrick, who resided in Cumana Main Road, Toco, Trinidad, passed away on Saturday, 2nd October 2021, at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late William Loftus Nayak, also known as Lala, of Riverside St. Patrick, who resided in Cumana Main Road, Toco, Trinidad, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes.
Walter Ignatius McSween of Birch Grove St. Andrew, who resided at Douglaston St. John, passed away on Saturday, 4th September in Canada at the age of 92. The funeral of the late Walter Ignatius McSween of Birch Grove St. Andrew, who resided at Douglaston St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
And verse 13, blessed is the day that died in the Lord. If your loved one died in the Lord, you have nothing to worry about. You could be confident that that one is in a better place. But what about you who are left behind to mourn? What if you had been called? Were you ready? If you are not ready, you can be ready while you're alive. The word of God says it's appointed unto man once to die, but after this is the judgment. So you can live, and after death, you're going to live forever. You would not be disintegrated into nothing. You would be living forever. So while you're alive is the time to be ready to meet the Lord. I would like to encourage you to give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ while you are still on the earth. There is no repentance after death. The time is now. The Lord Jesus Christ gave his life on the cross so that you can have life. And while you are living is the time to make it right with the Lord. Jonah said in Jonah chapter 4 and verse 3, it is better to die than to live. So the dead should be happy if they die in the Lord. If you are not sure that you are ready, if your time comes, you can be ready. You can be ready even at this very moment. If you'd only open your heart to receive the Lord Jesus Christ and pray this simple prayer. Just say, Lord Jesus, I am sad because my loved one has gone, but I am left behind and I want to be ready when my time comes. So I'm asking you to forgive me for my sins. I'm asking you to give me eternal life. Forgive me, cleanse me from all unrighteousness, and save me so that when my time comes, I can live with you. I trust that you meant what you said. I trust that you believe the word of God. And as we end this program with you, encouraging you, strengthening you in your time of sorrow, your preparation for your time should be now. God bless you, and see you next time. Amen.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. I book with Caribjet.
Call Caribjet now. 100% Canadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. Caribjet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to Perspectives. It is Monday, November 1st, 2021. November 1st, the 11th month of the year. Yeah, already. All right, we just have like a couple, how many days to Christmas? Yes, we are talking about Christmas and we are feeling Christmas. Anyway, hope you're up and about. It's a beautiful Monday morning, wherever you are getting ready for school. Some of you, I know you're doing that in person today. So best wishes to you and everyone else. Trust you had a great weekend as well. And I know Asham probably smelling everywhere as we take it to the cemetery and of course pay homage to those of our relatives and friends who have passed. I'm Brenda Batiste. Welcome to the program, and we say good morning to all the broadcast entities joining us and streaming this live, MTV on air and online. Mike